All right, guys, this is my review for Waza. Nope, Scary Movie. Just playing with you. Scary Movie 6, like people say. Scary Movie parentheses 2026. I don't know. It's the new one. So, if you guys do not know, I am a huge Wayans Brothers fan. In Living Color was one of my favorite shows. I have watched, just like Jamie Foxx show, but I have watched the Wayans Brothers show almost every episode multiple times. I used to watch it almost every night. I love that show. Sean, Marlon, John Witherspoon, hilarious. My wife and kids, I love Damon Wayans. Major Payne, I'm a huge Wayans fan. Kim Wayans, I love them, almost everything that they make. This movie itself is bringing the Wayans back. Not all of them, and I'm gonna get to that later, but bringing them back. I guess they finally got rights back to the movie, and they're like, we're gonna make another Scary Movie. It's directed by Michael Tids, or Tides, I don't know how to say his name. I personally do not like him as a director, because he did A Haunted House 2, and 50 Shades of Black. Both of those movies, all three of those movies were just decent. They were pretty mid, not all that great. They were like Marlon's little parody movies that he did. They weren't terrible, but they weren't all that either. But I think A Haunted House is probably the funniest one out of all of those. But when I saw he directed this movie, I was like, hopefully he can do decent, because he has a great cast. Anna Faris is back as Cindy. Regina Hall is back as Brenda. We have Sean Wayans back as Ray. We have Marlon Wayans back as Shorty. So yeah, that's all they needed. But there's one more person that I'll tell you later that they need back as well. The movie has the newer characters. Where is it at? Sorry. I'm trying to remember their names. Okay, Olivia Rose Keegan as Sarah. Cameron Scott, how do you say his name? Roberts as Jack. And we have, who plays Tuesday? Oh, Savannah, Lee Nassif. And I knew I saw her. So she's a character named DEI. Sydney Park, she's from My Wife and Kids as well. She played the daughter, the youngest daughter, Katie. So I was like, I knew I saw her in this movie. Oh my God, she looks so different now. Actually, hold on. This threw me. She is, oh man. Let me pause this. Actually, I was wrong. She is not from My Wife and Kids. I'm so sorry. She was in a few episodes of That's So Raven, but she was in about a season of The Walking Dead. And I remember she was in Walking Dead. I hadn't seen her in too much since. Apparently she's in Santa Clarita Diet. She's in Pretty Little Liars. She's been in a few different things. So I like her as an actress as well. I didn't really like her character in this movie, but it had nothing to do with her. It just was her character. And as the son, she's the daughter of Brenda. As the son of Brenda, who is Brad, I think it's Greg Wayans. I think he's Sean's son. I think, if I'm correct. And so the movie is basically the plot of Scream 5 and 6 with a bunch of other horror movies trickled in. So they make fun of Sinners. They make fun of Smile. They have a little scene that makes fun of the Michael Jackson biopic. Because it's not just horror movies. They just make fun of movies, period. They make fun of The Substance. They make fun of Long Legs. They make fun of Weapons. They make fun of Final Destination Bloodlines. They make fun of, what is this other movie that they did? It's so many movies that they make fun of. But the whole encompassing plot of the movie is Scream 5 and Scream 6 with a little bit of Final Destination Bloodlines mixed in. That is the core of this story. So it's like watching those movies, but funny, which I love that concept, but I'll talk more about later. So in Scream 5 and 6, there's a Ghostface killer, And so with Scary Movie, the killer goes after the two daughters. The difference with this movie is the daughters are the daughters of Cindy, so Anna Faris's character. In the movie, in Scream series, you never meet the daughters because Melissa Barea got fired or whatever, which is stupid. I actually love her as an actress, and I heard that she might be in the next Scary Movie. So this movie makes money. Marlon said he did not know she wanted to be in this Scary Movie, so she might be in Scary Movie 7, which will be perfect. And I'm glad she wasn't in this movie, and I'll tell you at the end because you'll know why. It makes sense. But Melissa Barea's character and Jenna Ortega's character, they found two people that kind of look similar to them, and they're making fun of them in Scream. Where Final Destination Bloodlines comes in a little bit is Cindy is their mom, but her character that she's parodying is the grandma in Final Destination Bloodlines. And so she's like, they're coming after you because they're trying to get to me. And they're like, Mom, it's not about you. You're not important. It really is about the mom. They don't care about the kids. But they make it seem like they do. They go through all of the story as if it's similar to Scream, just with little things put in. They got scenes with Shorty. They make fun of like streamers. They make fun of Kai Cenat. Kai Cenat is in the movie for a short period of time. I'm not going to ruin that for you. If you are a Kai Cenat fan, I don't want to ruin that for you, but he is in the movie for a period of time. Tiana Taylor, the movie. So 2 things I did not like about the movie, I will say. Tiana Taylor was in the movie. I'm not a big fan of her. She was the start of the movie. They were making fun of this movie. I cannot remember the name of the movie, but it's the one with the cell phone where the lady's like, the guy's texting them and he's like, she's texting the lady, he's gonna kill her and this and that. She's in the restaurant. Tiana Taylor's in there being herself. Part of her scene was kind of funny, but 90% of her scene wasn't that funny. So the movie kind of got off to a dry start for me. But if you like Tiana Taylor, you might love that scene. You might think that is hilarious. I think the end of that scene is hilarious, but that's about it. Also, Kenan Thompson's Michael Jackson biopic joke was not that funny. But I also don't like Kenan Thompson as much. I was more of a Kel fan. So that's probably why I didn't think it was that funny. Some people might think it's hilarious. I didn't think it was unfunny because he was making fun of Michael Jackson. I love Michael Jackson, but they make fun of Michael Jackson in almost every Scary Movie. I just didn't think it was done very well, and I didn't think Kenan was the right one to do it. Which, later on, Anthony Anderson is in this movie, and I was like, thank God he's in a Scary Movie again. Shaq is also in this movie later on in the movie. Basically, the movie is something, if you really have to pay attention to it because you'll see a lot of the jokes if you've seen the movies. A lot of things happen in the background in this movie. That's the biggest thing about this movie. A lot of stuff happens in the background that is super hilarious. There's a lot of scenes that actually had me laughing out loud, me and the few people that were in the theater with me. It's not as many people when you go on a Thursday night. We were laughing literally out loud. Like, we heard each other laughing loud. There's some stuff that was just chuckles. There's some stuff that wasn't really funny at all. The movie is very it's very hit or miss with a lot of the jokes. And I think the reason why, 1, it's been a minute, so they've been kind of rusty. But 2, because it's not directed by Keenen Ivory Wayans. So Scary Movie 1 and 2 are directed by Keenen Ivory Wayans. If you know anything about Keenen Ivory Wayans, he is a mastermind at comedy. He's very serious about the comedy that he puts in his movies. A lot of the biggest and funniest Wayans things, like skits and things like that, are hilarious because he has a hand in it. He was not the director of this movie, and I think that's the exact reason why. If they do make a Scary Movie 7, which I want them to, they should bring Keenen Ivory Wayans back as a director and have Melissa Barea in it as well. The end of this movie, and they make fun of John Wick as well. The end of this movie is basically, not only did the kid characters not matter, and you don't care about them, so you get to see them get what they deserve because you don't care about their character. They're supposed to be pretty unlikable. The end of the movie, Brenda, Shorty, Ray, and Cindy, they turn on the killers who tried to take them out, And they're like, we're the main characters. We're the reason that this story matters. No requels, no rebootquels, none of that. And they get all the kids, tie them up, the ones that are still like alive, or fully alive, and then they burn them, and they burn the house down. And they literally say F them kids at the end of the movie. And it's so funny because if you didn't care about the characters throughout the whole movie, you're like, thank God they got rid of them. And the main core, the core four, if you watch Scream, you'll know, they matter. So I really hope they make another scary movie. I think that this movie was good enough. It could have been way better, like I said, with Keenan Ivory Wayans being a part of it. It is definitely probably the third or fourth best scary movie out of all 6 of them. So it's not better than 1 and 2. It's right on par with 3, I would say. But it's definitely worth watching. It's funny. It's funny enough. It's not like, even though people love superhero movie, not superhero, it's disaster movie. It's not disaster movie. It's nowhere near there. It's like superhero movie, scary movie 3 level. It can touch the heights of scary movie 2 at some points, but it's just, they're missing that core piece. And that's what I feel the core piece is. But if you like scary movie at all, tell me which one's your favorite one down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And you guys have a blessed day or night whenever you're watching this.